Hey guys, I wanted to upload this video to kind of help those of you that might be struggling with our first lesson for this week. The lesson is about evaluating an argument. To kind of break that down, to evaluate something is just to look at it closer, right? And then an argument, we're very familiar with that. We do it all the time. So let's kind of get into this. It's going to break down what you need for an argument and how we can analyze that closer, okay? All right. It says, when you hear the word argument, do you picture people involved in some kind of shouting match? That may be what some arguments look like, but in writing, an argument is a text that explains why an author's position on an issue is valid. Okay, so it's not like when you're arguing with your friends and yelling at each other. In writing, it's an explanation that proves you right. Okay. When building an argument, a writer makes one or more claims, or statements he or she believes to be true. Then the writer backs up each claim with evidence or information that supports the claim. We've practiced this before. When you guys make inferences, you have to back up your inferences with evidence. Arguments are very similar. Arguments also have to be backed up with evidence. Part of figuring out the strength of an argument is determining whether there is enough evidence to support the claim. Also, whether the evidence does in fact act as support at all. So our job, guys, when we are trying to determine if someone has a good argument, we need to look at their evidence and we need to decide if it proves them right or not. How good is that evidence? Okay. So it says, read the following from an argument about solar-powered cars. First, circle the claim. Next, underline evidence. Finally, cross out any information that does not support the claim. So let's start reading it. It says, dedicating research money to the development of affordable solar-powered cars would be a wise investment. Okay, so that is our claim. Okay, they want to give research money, all right, to the development of affordable solar-powered cars. Okay, so I'm just going to underline that. That's our claim. Give money to research cars powered by the sun. All right, why? First, solar cars would help end our dependence on fossil fuels like oil and coal, which contribute to the pollution of our atmosphere. Okay, so that's our first evidence. All right, we wouldn't have to use fossil fuels anymore, and fossil fuels pollute the atmosphere. In addition, solar power is a renewable resource. Unlike fossil fuels, it will never run out. Okay, the sun is always there. Fossil fuels one day will not always be there. So they don't run out. That's the second piece of evidence. Solar cars would also help the consumer save money. Panels attached to cars can collect sunlight and turn it into electricity, so no one would ever need to buy another tank of gas. Finally, solar-powered cars would also come in all the same colors as gas-powered cars. Okay, so I'm going to say the third reason there is that you wouldn't have to get gas anymore. Solar-powered cars don't need gas. You just charge them up, okay? And that last point, they said that solar-powered cars would come in all the same colors as gas-powered cars. That's not really a good reason, so I wouldn't include that in my argument. All right, I'm down here at the very bottom of the page. It says, to trace the reasoning behind an argument, identify the author's claims and evidence. Then judge whether the author provides enough evidence and whether it is relevant or actually supports each claim. If the ideas have a sound basis in logic, then the argument is valid. So when you are analyzing someone's argument, what you do is you look at their evidence and you ask yourself, does this make sense? And is it relevant to the claim? Okay, so relevant means, is it related to the claim? All right. I don't think that the cars coming in the same color as gas-powered cars is relevant, right? But all the other things, they were relevant. Okay. What it wants you to do down here, it wants you to read this. It wants you to read this paragraph here. Okay. It gives you the claim right here, and then you need to find two pieces of evidence that support that claim. Okay. And then from there, the rest of this you'll recognize. It's just like lessons we've done in the past. You'll read, you'll answer the question, and then you'll read, and